U.S. officials announced the takedown of an AI-powered Russian bot farm. The Apple blog TUAW returns as an AI content farm. And a British boarding school will make students use boring old Nokia phones. It's Wednesday, July 10th, and this is Engadget News. U.S. officials and allies have identified and taken down an artificial intelligence-powered Russian bot farm comprised of nearly 1,000 accounts, which spread disinformation and pro-Russian sentiments on social media site X. The Justice Department has revealed the scheme was created by a digital media department within RT, a Russian state-controlled media outlet. Its development was apparently led by RT's deputy editor-in-chief back in 2022 and was approved and funded by an officer at Russia's Federal Security Service, the main successor of the KGB. In a cybersecurity advisory issued by the FBI, intelligence officers from the Netherlands and cybersecurity authorities from Canada, they specifically mentioned a tool called Meliorator, which can create authentic-appearing social media personas en masse, generate text messages as well as images, and mirror disinformation from other bot personas. Authorities have seized 2 domains that the operation used to create email addresses that were necessary to sign up for accounts on X, which served as home to the bots. The Justice Department, however, is still in the midst of finding all 968 accounts used by the Russian actors to disseminate false information. X has shared information with authorities on all the identified accounts so far and has already suspended them. As the Washington Post has noted, the bots slipped through X's safeguards because they can copy-paste OTPs from their email accounts to log in. A lot of profiles created by the tool impersonated Americans by using American-sounding names and setting their locations on X to various places in the U.S. The examples presented by the Justice Department used headshots against gray backgrounds as their profile shots, which are a pretty good indicator that they were created using AI. One account posted a video of Russian President Vladimir Putin justifying Russia's actions in Ukraine. Another posted a video of Putin saying that the war in Ukraine is not about territorial conflict and is a matter of principles on which the New World Order will be based. These posts were then linked and reposted by other bots in the network. It's worth noting that while this particular bot farm was confined to X, the people behind it had plans to expand to other platforms based on the authorities' analysis of the Meliorator software. Foreign actors that spread political disinformation have been using social media to disseminate false news for years, but now they've added artificial intelligence to their arsenal. Back in May, OpenAI reported that it dismantled 5 covert influence operations originating from Russia, China, Israel, and Iran that were using its model to influence political outcomes. The unofficial Apple blog TUAW has come back online nearly a decade after shutting down, but the once venerable source of Apple news appears to have been transformed by its new owners into an AI-generated content farm. The site, which ceased operations in 2015, began publishing new articles, many of which appear to be nearly identical to content published by MacRumors and other publications over the past week. But those posts bear the bylines of writers who last worked for TUAW more than a decade ago. The site also has an author page featuring the names of former writers along with photos that appear to be AI-generated. Christina Warren, who last wrote for TUAW in 2009, flagged the sketchy tactic in a post on Threads, writing, "Someone bought the TUAW domain, populated it with AI-generated slop, and then reused my name from a job I had when I was 21 years old to try to pull some SEO scam that won't even work in 2024 because Google changed its algo." Originally started in 2004, TUAW was shut down by AOL in 2015. Much of the site's original archive can still be found on Engadget. Yahoo, which owns Engadget, sold the TUAW domain in 2024 to an entity called Web Orange Limited. The sale notably did not include the TUAW archive, but it seems that Web Orange Limited found a convenient, if legally dubious, way around that, saying the company meticulously rewrote the content from archived versions available on archive.org. TUAW doesn't say if AI was used in those quote-unquote rewrites, but a comparison between the original archive on Engadget and the rewritten content on TUAW suggests that Web Orange Limited put little effort into the task. TUAW did not immediately respond to emailed questions about its use of AI, or why it was using the bylines of former writers with AI-generated profile photos. Yahoo did not immediately respond to a request for comment. A lot of school districts have instituted smartphone bans for students during the school day, but a British boarding school has taken it one step further. Wait, scratch that. They've taken it one step back. Eton College, the historic and elite British boarding school with famous alumni such as Prince William and Harry, Ian Fleming, and Tom Hiddleston, has instituted a new mobile phone policy for its first-year students starting in September. Those students will have to leave their smartphones at home but bring their SIM card to school and put it in an old-school offline Nokia cell phone with a simple number pad that can only make phone calls and send text messages. The British boarding school's policy is based on guidelines from the UK government that allows principals to enact smartphone bans on students during the school day. Let's hope nobody tells school officials about Snake, or those poor kids may have to actually pay attention and learn something. Smartphone bans and guidelines are starting to seep into American school districts as well. According to data from GovSpend, 41 states have at least one school district that instituted a rule requiring students to place their smartphones in magnetically sealed yonder pouches when they go to school. Thanks for listening. There's more to these stories and additional articles at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism from senior editor Carissa Bell and contributors Mariella Moon and Danny Gallagher, and was voiced and produced by a real human at Spoken Layer. Enjoy your day, and I'll be back tomorrow with more tech news from Engadget.